Holy crap, we finally did it. We're at the try lentils to survive stage of capitalism. You see, Bloomberg, a news outlet owned by a billionaire and written by millionaires for people who think they will one day be millionaires if they can just find a way to sell used go-kart tires online. An outlet that unironically told rich people how to get to their yachts without touching the germ-ridden masses. Bloomberg wrote the other day, inflation stings most if you earn less than $300,000. Here's how to deal. Oh my goodness, they're finally going to tell us germ-ridden masses with our germ-ridden asses how to survive. Like that reality show about surviving, what was it called? Duck Dynasty. Which was totally fake, by the way. They weren't ducks in real life. I could tell because they don't have a corkscrew-shaped vagina. Some ducks seriously do. Google it. Anyway, let's see what the excellent and caring Bloomberg article has to say about how to get by in these tough times. The answer is to eat more lentils. That's right, folks. Don't worry if you have 2 jobs, no healthcare coverage, and your kid needs an ear transplant because he wanted to know what a paper shredder sounds like up close. Don't worry. You can just switch to lentils and all will be fine. And if your indigent parents need full-time elder care, you can just replace your morning eggs with belly button lint. And instead of taking the bus to work, you can save money by tucking your knees to your chest and rolling downhill. And if you already live downhill, try killing yourself. Lentils to survive? Look, I don't even eat meat ever since I was attacked by that buffalo wing lodged in my left nasal passage. To this day, everything smells of blue cheese. And even though I think everyone should eat a ton less meat, that's not the point. The point is, your average American is getting screwed worse than that woman I met on that porn set. What? She was the director. She wasn't getting paid nearly what the male porn directors get. What did you think I was saying? Millions of Americans are still facing eviction, and over 60 million Americans have had to use food banks to survive in the past couple of years. And even the middle class has been forced to stick with the cheaper Hulu subscription with the commercials. And who says we have it better than the people on the Oregon Trail who ate parts of their nephews to survive? The question is, if so many Americans are poor now, where did all that money go? Well, it went to the top. People who were already so rich their cars had skis on them. Billionaires have added $5 trillion to their fortunes during this pandemic. And just a quick refresher, all billionaires are sociopaths. You can't be a billionaire and be sane. If you met someone with 1 billion shoes or 1 billion cats or 1 billion collectible cookie jars, you would say, that person is a lunatic. No different for anybody with 1 billion pieces of green paper. In fact, it's even worse because billionaires could help people, but don't. You couldn't give half your 1 billion cats to the homeless and completely change their lives. I mean, at least not for the better. Maybe for the weirder. And our entire system rewards these multi-millionaire maniacs while everyone else suffers. Since 1985, the average Wall Street bonus has increased 1,743%, from $13,970 to $257,000 last year. If the minimum wage had increased at that rate, it would be worth $61.75 today instead of $7.25. If wages increased, like Wall Street pay, a barback or a janitor or a deputy assistant to the dental hygienist trainee would walk home with $1,000 every night. But we can't have that. That would cause upward mobility. That would cause people working what are considered low-skill jobs to be actual movers and shakers in the community. They could send their kids to private schools. They could live in the nice part of town. They could purchase their own Congress people. And not even the discount Congress people. I mean, like, the real ones. Of course, the whole concept of low-skill jobs is bullshit. I think being a CEO is pretty low skill. Does douchebaggery and high-speed sexual harassment take that much skill? How much college do you need to fire an assistant with 3 kids because he forgot to send an email you wanted? So why do wages stay so low while the rich get richer? Well, we know Wall Street is absolutely out of control. Like, I don't know, a rampaging bull. Because our government is owned by a wealthy elite who simply do whatever benefits, wait for it, the wealthy elite. We know this because A, common sense, B, common sense again, and C, a 2014 Princeton study proved it. Nothing average Americans want to happen gets passed through our government unless it aligns with corporate interests. And the parts of the social safety net that are good for people are slowly getting whittled away, like Social Security or school lunches or those I voted stickers that we Americans wear to cover up the open wounds we have because we don't have health care. I once saw a human arm on the ground covered in I voted stickers. The ruling elite are sociopaths. They're like an evil robotic slime that just oozes around any obstacles and can't be stopped. Oh God. That sounds like one of those analogies I think is fake when I'm saying it, and then I find out our dystopian hellhole has made it real. Ah! No! I guess Greg Gutfeld's out of a job. See, robots do take our jobs. First, self-driving Teslas took all the good running over people jobs, and now this. But even the so-called support average Americans receive from the government falls prey to the greedy fraudsters. Remember the Paycheck Protection Program, or PPP, that Congress passed during the pandemic, hoping their PPP would trickle down onto the rest of us? Even NBC has now reported biggest fraud in a generation, the looting of the COVID relief plan known as PPP. Roughly $80 billion was stolen, or about the cost of Mark Zuckerberg's exotic Komodo dragon refrigerator. I'm not clear if it's for Komodo dragons or made out of. Of course, NBC is wrong about one thing. That's not nearly the biggest fraud of a generation. How about the COVID bailout package that created a $4.5 trillion money cannon aimed at the largest corporations in America? And do you think corporate America did good things with that money? Or do you think they used it to enrich themselves and win lawsuits saying that raw sewage can now legally be called natural organic ingredients when found inside microwavable raviolis? Point is, our government is owned by greedy sociopaths. It rewards greedy sociopaths. It is set up to support greedy sociopaths. And our entire system has a gravity towards greed, profit, and exploitation. It's the gravity of capitalism. But don't worry, we will always have lentils. That's it for now. If you want to see videos like this continue, please share this one and become a member at patreon.com/LeeCamp. And keep fighting.